Welcome to a peaceful journey into tonight's heartwarming story. Fox and Muck live right of the enchanted forest. His story is about Fox and Muck, who saved the enchanted forest from darkness, reinforcing the importance of preserving legacy and unity. In a small village at the edge of an ancient forest lived a kind-hearted young man named Fox. He was known for his unwavering respect for nature and his endless curiosity about the world around him. Every evening, Fox would walk under the towering trees, feeling a sense of awe and wonder as if the forest was whispering its secrets to him. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Fox discovered a tiny shimmering figure nestled among the flowers. It was Ma, a fairy with delicate, translucent wings that glowed like dawn. Despite being from different worlds, Fox and Ma became fast friends. They shared stories of their worlds, each tale weaving a thread of connection between them. Through Ma, Fox learned about the forest's ancient magic, the legacy of the enchanted forest. Muck explained that the enchanted forest held a powerful legacy passed down through generations of fairies. This legacy was the source of life and balance in their world, reflected in every petal, leaf, and whispering breeze. One day, Muck confided in Fox that the legacy was at risk. A dark presence was threatening to corrupt the essence of the forest. Fox, with his fierce protectiveness and bond with Muck, vowed to help save the enchanted forest. Together, they embarked on a journey deep into the heart of the forest, a place where Fox had never ventured before. A path was fraught with challenges, but Fox's determination and Muck's guidance kept them going. They encountered ancient trees, with bark etched in runes and streams that sang with the voices of old. After days of travel, they reached the center of the forest, where the legacy was housed, a magnificent tree, with branches that shimmered like stars. The Muck began chanting in the ancient fairy language, calling upon the strength of their ancestors. Fox, feeling the power of the forest surge through him, reached out to the tree. Light enveloped them, and the dark presence began to dissolve. With their combined strength, they restored balance to the enchanted forest. As the forest thrived once more, Fox and Muck knew their bond had strengthened it even further. Fox returned to his village, forever changed by his adventure and the legacy he helped protect. Muck continued to guard the forest, their friendship a testament to the power of unity. Every evening, Fox would look towards the forest, knowing that the legacy lived on within him too. Their story, like the forest, would be passed down through generations, a beacon of hope and a lesson in preserving what we cherish. The next story waits, calm and comforting. Aster and Clover, the Night of Laughter. This story is about Aster and her dog Clover, who spread laughter and joy in their village through playful antics and costumes. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, lived a cheerful young woman named Aster. Aster shared her cozy, ivy-covered cottage with Clover, her loyal and playful golden retriever. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the village, Aster and Clover would embark on their nightly routine. They would stroll down the cobblestone pathways, greeting their neighbors and watching the fireflies dance in the twilight. One particular night, Aster decided to entertain Clover with a special surprise. She had found an old box of costumes in her attic, remnants of her childhood days filled with laughter and imagination. Aster donned a jester's hat with bells and a ruffled collar, while Clover waved his tail excitedly, sensing an adventure ahead. Together, they pranced round the living room, Clover barking joyfully as Aster pulled and jingled the bells. Laughter echoed through the cottage, filling it with warmth and joy. They then slipped outside into the cool night air, hoping to share their merriment with the village. As they meandered through the village, Aster and Clover came across an elderly man named Mr. Barnaby, sitting on his porch with a wistful look in his eyes. He seeing Aster in her silly attire and Clover's enthusiastic demeanor. Mr. Kasishta. Barnaby's face lit up with a delighted grin. Aster performed the funny dance, making Mr. Barnaby chuckle, and Clover did a playful bark to add to the entertainment. The sound of laughter seemed to awaken the village. People peeked out of their homes, drawn by the joyful noise. Children ran out to join the fun, their giggles mixing with the tinkling of Astragalus bells. Parents followed, smiling at the spectacle. Their usually serene village had become. Laughter and delight rippled through the streets, and even the stars above seemed to twinkle more brightly. Aster told whimsical stories from her childhood, while Clover performed playful tricks, bringing endless smiles and laughter. The village seemed to come alive with joy, with neighbors realizing the simple yet profound power of shared laughter. When the night wore on, and the moon climbed high in the sky, Aster and Clover bade their friends good night, and headed back to their cottage. Exhausted but happy, Aster nestled into her bed, Clover curling up at her feet. The sounds of the village lost her, still echoed in her mind, a sweet lullaby that sang them to sleep. From that night on, Aster and Clover made it a tradition to bring joy and laughter to their neighbors. They discovered that the magic of laughter could lighten even the heaviest hearts. And thus the quaint little village, nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, became known far and wide as the village where laughter never faded. Our next story is here to warm your heart. Lantana and Veronica's Adventure. This story is about a small girl named Lantana and a lioness named Veronica, who go on an adventurous journey to rescue Veronica's cubs. Lantana was a little girl, with eyes full of curiosity. Her village was tucked away in the heart of a dense forest. One sunny afternoon, while wandering by the edge of the forest, she heard a rustling sound from within. As she approached, a magnificent lioness named Veronica emerged from the shadows. Veronica had golden fur that glistened under the sun and eyes as deep and wise as the ancient trees around them. At first, Lantana was frightened, but Veronica spoke with a gentle, reassuring voice. "Do not fear, little one," she said. "I am Veronica, and I have come to ask for your help." With wide eyes, full of wonder, Lantana listened as Veronica explained that her cubs were trapped on the other side of the river. The bridge had been washed away by recent rains, and Veronica needed someone small and brave enough to help her find a new way across. Without hesitation, Lantana agreed to help. Together, they ventured deep into the forest, where they encountered various mystical creatures and overcame several challenges. They met an owl named Oliver who gave them wisdom and directions, and a family of beavers who helped them build a raft to cross the swift river. Through teamwork and courage, Lantana and Veronica finally reached the other side of the river. Veronica's cubs greeted their mother with joyous roars, and Lantana felt a swell of pride in her chest. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the forest, Veronica thanked Lantana for her bravery and kindness. "You are a true friend," she said, "and you will always have a place in our hearts." Lantana returned to her village that evening, her heart filled with memories of their great adventure and the bond she had formed with Veronica. From that day on, she knew that courage and kindness could overcome any obstacle. Here a wholesome new tale to carry you further into peace. Sunshine Adventures, Leah and Angelonia. This story is about a girl named Achillia and her dog Angelonia, who explore nature together and discover a magical waterfall bathed in sunshine. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by vivid meadows lived a girl named Achillea and her loyal dog Angelonia. Every morning as the sun painted the sky with hues of gold, pink, and lavender, Achillea and Angelonia would embark on a new adventure. With her long, chestnut hair shimmering in the sunshine, Achillea loved to explore the hidden treasures of nature. Angelonia, a fluffy white Samoy, trotted alongside her with unwavering devotion. On sunny morning, they decided to uncover the mystery of the glowing waterfall they had heard so much about. The path was lined with wildflowers, singing in the gentle breeze, and the scent of fresh pine filled the air. Cecilia's eyes sparkled with excitement as she led the way, and Angelonia's tail wagged happily behind. As they arrived at the waterfall, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight. The waterfall cascaded down glistening rocks, creating a rainbow as the sunlight danced through the mist. Achillea laughed, her laughter echoing through the forest like the sweetest melody. Angelonia barked in delight and spun in circles, his white fur catching the rainbow hues. Together, they played by the waterfall, splashing in the cool water and picking up shiny pebbles to add to their collection. They found a hidden cave behind the waterfall, where the sunlight filtered in, creating a magical, glowing chamber. Inside the cave, they discovered ancient drawings on the walls, telling stories of the people who had lived there long ago. Celia and Angelonia marveled at the history etched into the stone, feeling a connection to the past. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows over the meadow, Achillea and Angelonia made their way back home. They sat by the edge of the meadow, watching the sky change from gold to deep blue, with the first stars beginning to twinkle. Angelonia resting her head on Achillea's lap, they both felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. Achillea knew that, no matter where their address took them, as long as they were together, they would always find sunshine. With the gentle glow of the evening sun illuminating their path, Achillea and Angelonia walked back to their cozy cottage. Achillea whispered to her beloved friend, "I am another beautiful day, Angelonia. I can't wait for tomorrow's adventure." And Angelonia responded with a happy bark, and the two friends fell asleep dreaming of the sunshine adventures that awaited them. Rest well, and may your dreams be gentle and kind.